Are you sick and tired of being in debt? And do you want to pay your debts off, but you're wondering how? Are you wondering what strategies are out there that you could employ to pay off your debts quickly and get rid of all your debt and be debt-free? You are in the right place, because in this video, we are going to look at some practical strategies or methods which have been tried and tested, which you can employ to get rid of your own personal debt. When we return, we shall look at these. Hello everyone, my name is JP of JP Financial and Accounting. On this channel, we try to train, we try to coach and equip you in relevant money management skills. And of course, we always try to glean as much wisdom as possible from scripture. Today, I'd like to start by saying thank you for all the support that I've received in this work on this channel. It is my desire to continue to grow the channel. And because of the way the YouTube algorithm works, I need your support in this work. First of all, please like the video. Please add comments in the comments below. Many of you have reached out to me personally, but because of how YouTube works, I need you to reach out to me in the comment section below. That way we can reach a larger audience. And of course, those of you that are new on the channel, please do subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so that you'll be notified when we post new content. Once again, thank you very much for your support. Today we're looking at debt repayment or debt elimination strategies or methods. There are two mainstream methods that are used to eliminate debt. The first one is called the debt avalanche, and the second one is called the snowball method. There is a third method which is not commonly known, but which I've noticed is started to grow. As you look at personal finance forums, you'll notice many people are starting to talk of this third method, which is called the debt tsunami method, or tsunami as some will say. I think the best way to show or to demonstrate how these methods work is to use an example. Let us say you owe £25,900 and it is broken down as follows. The first 4 steps that these methods use are very identical. And step number 1, it says you must start by doing your budget. I've done a full video on how I personally budget and my suggestions to you on how you can do your budget. I'll link the video below and you can click on it somewhere here. Step number 2, save a rainy day fund. This is very important because if you don't have an emergency fund saved away, you are likely going to fall back into debt once you face financial challenges. So it is important that you have an emergency fund saved away. Some financial experts like Dave Ramsey, who is one of the gurus on this subject, suggest that you must have a minimum $1,000 saved away. That is in the American context. So I suppose you could say £1,000 if you're in the UK. Once you have this fund saved away, then you can start attacking your debt. Step number 3 says you must establish, that is from your budget, how much is available for your debt payment fund. So you must have a pot that you can use to pay your debts. And let us say in our example, your pot is £700. Step number 4, you must make a list of all your debts, just as we did in this example that we are going to use to explain how these methods work. Now, how does the debt avalanche method work? Okay, using the debt avalanche method, when you have listed all your debts now, you rearrange them and list them in the interest rate order. In other words, the debt with the highest APR is listed at the top and the debt with the least APR is listed at the bottom, just as I've shown on the screen. And then step number 2, using the avalanche method, is you pay the minimum required payments on all the debts. So just as you can see on here, the £532 you paid out on all the debts. But remember, we said our pot is £700. So that means after you've paid £532, you have £168 left over from your debt repayment pot. You use that £168 to pay the debt with the highest interest rate. You do this to minimize the amount of interest that you are going to have to pay out. When you attack the debt with the highest interest rate, you are minimizing the amount that you will pay off in debt in the long run. Once the debt with the highest interest rate has been paid off, then you attack the next. You'll notice from this, that means now you'll have even more amount of money available to pay that next debt. So what are the advantages of using the debt avalanche method? Advantage number one is the avalanche method makes sure that you minimize the interest that you pay on each debt. Because as you attack the debt with the highest interest rate, that means you are reducing the interest amount that you will pay overall. Advantage number two is as you pay off that debt with the highest interest, you will have more money available to pay the lower interest rate debts. As I've already said twice before, as a result of this, you will obviously pay less amount in total. Why is this method called the avalanche method? Like a natural avalanche, it might take a while before you see anything happen. But once you gain momentum, your debts and the amount of interest you are paying on them will fall away like a rushing wall of snow. So what is the disadvantage of the avalanche method? It may be discouraging for many people because it takes too long before you see the results of your effort. This leads us nicely to the snowball method. With the snowball method, you sort your debts, listing the account with the smallest balance at the top, just as I've done on the screen here. Remember, with the avalanche method, we listed them starting with the one with the highest interest rate first. But with the snowball method, we have the one with the smallest balance at the top. Now, this is how the snowball method differs from the avalanche method, in that now you take that £168 that is left over in your pot after you have made those minimum payments and attack the debt with the smallest balance. In our example here, you attack credit card number 2 first until the balance is paid off. And once it has been paid off, you move on to the next debt until every account has been paid off. What are the advantages of the snowball method? The main advantage of the snowball method is that you start seeing the results early. You start seeing those small victories early, because as soon as you start paying the debt, you get encouraged because you see this balance going down. The second advantage is that these early victories that you see give you a psychological boost that you can do this debt payment thing. Because many times people struggle to pay off their debts, not because they can't afford to, but because it becomes a psychological burden. The third advantage of using the snowball method is that it can have a positive impact on your credit scores, especially if you target credit cards first. Why is this method called the snowball method? Imagine a snowball rolling on the ground. As it gets bigger and bigger, it can pick up more and more snow. Each conquered balance gives you more money to help you pay off the next one quickly. When you pay off your smallest balance first, those pay-off accounts build up your motivation to keep paying off more and more debt. The first and main disadvantage of the snowball method is that it is not the quickest way to pay off debt, because you target the smallest balance and not the highest interest rate. Compared with the debt avalanche method, you end up paying more in both interest and the overall total of money that you pay back. But as Dave Ramsey says, you are more likely to be successful using the snowball method than the avalanche method because of the psychological victories. I did say there is a third method which is not so popular, but which can be useful nonetheless. This is called the debt tsunami method. The tsunami method is identical in many ways to the snowball method. The main difference is that instead of targeting the account with the smallest balance, you target the account with the biggest psychological burden. In our example here, let's say, for example, the £3,000 that you owe to your parents is worrying you because you know your parents need the money for something, or because your mother keeps reminding you that you owe that money. and psychologically it burdens you. So with the debt tsunami method, you target that loan first. In other words, you pay your parents first before attacking the next debt. The same advantages and disadvantages that we referred to in the snowball method do also apply in the tsunami method. I hope this makes sense to you and that you can employ these methods to start attacking your own personal debt. Please comment below and let me know what method you find useful. Finally, let us go to our verse of the day. Today our verse of the day comes from Psalm 37 verse 21, and it reads, "The wicked borrows but does not pay back, but the righteous is generous and gives." You'll notice that in the Bible seems to strongly discourage debt. As you read through the Proverbs, the Psalms, in the New Testament, you'll notice that the Bible equates debt to a form of slavery. The Bible says that debt prevents rest or sleep. You know, when you're in debt, you don't sleep very well because you're thinking, what if the creditor comes from me? What will I do? In the Bible, you'll notice that debt is often used as a metaphor for sin. In the Bible, you'll notice that it seems to suggest that when you are in debt, it compromises your ability to provide for your family. If you pay thousands of pounds in interest on debt, you will not be able to provide as much as you want to your children or to your household. Also, you'll notice that if you are in debt, it compromises your ability to be generous. The psalmist says, "The righteous is generous and gives." But when you are in debt, it compromises your ability to give others that are in need because you are paying a lot of money in interest. And the worst thing is, many times we get into debt buying things that we don't actually need. Please take note of what the psalmist is saying. The wicked borrows but does not pay back, but the righteous is generous and gives. It is my hope that you will use this and apply it in your own personal life. And if you are still in debt, you use the methods that we discussed above to pay off your own debts. I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope it has helped you a lot. And please do like the video. If you are new to the channel, please do subscribe and hit that notification bell. As I said earlier on, the YouTube algorithm uses these things to drive more traffic into this channel and to promote this video to others that may benefit from the video. Thank you very much for your support. See you in the next video. Bye for now and God bless.